Hey guys, Patrick Johnston, founder, Go Dominican Life, co-owner with Stephen Hattie here in the Dominican Republic, GoDominicanLife.com. Your real estate company here in the Dominican Republic, yay! Look, you're probably laughing at the title of this video because the title of this video is called, I Love Losing. I love losing. I always have loved losing. And I'm gonna explain why that is that way, because I believe there's a few different personality types in this world that are motivated different ways. So I'll give you an example. Some people are motivated by positivity. Someone saying, oh, you look beautiful in that shirt. You look beautiful in that dress. Whatever that is, compliments. They get motivation or inspiration from that. That does nothing for me. Some people get motivated by things. Flashy new car, flashy new this, flashy new that. Look at me, this, and this, and this. I call all those things depreciating liabilities, right? They're things. They don't appreciate in value. They depreciate in value, most of those things. Example. This is a depreciating asset. But it brings up the topic about I love to lose. Because my version of motivation is when my back is against the wall and I didn't plan for it to be there. That is when I get the most creative and inspiration and my creative mojo starts to work in overdrive. And I actually find that very inspiring. There's a great video from Gary Vaynerchuk, which I'm going to put in the link down below, that speaks to what I'm just trying to tell you now. It is so good for me to feel the energy that everyone thinks you're not going to do it. I'll give you a real example. I came here in 2014 and I ended my career on a high point in Canada. I told you about that in the past. And I all of a sudden woke up and said, you know what? I don't like my life anymore, the way it's operating. Because I was growing like this, but when I continued to grow, it continued to take away time of my life. All my personal time was just lost. I had 2 of these. I had 138 employees, and I had to be, because that was my method of madness at the time, I had to be the number one of all things. Human resources, marketing, operations, payroll, accounting, sales, marketing, leadership. I took all of that on. But then I realized that, you know what? There's no scale in going to 300% work days. There isn't any scale in that. So when I handed back my real estate license, voluntarily by the way, in Canada, and said, I'm going to choose a different life, and I came here. I didn't expect to go into real estate again. I just expected to, I'm retired. I'm going to do something that I really wanted to do. I'm approaching, at that time, 45 years old. And I said, shit, I'm halfway through my life. The 1.0 is over, 2.0 is just beginning, and I had no idea what I was doing. But the motivation that I got was this. All of my business colleagues said, you're crazy. You're going to a developing country, or they said a third world country. You're giving up everything in Canada to go and do that. You have 89 apartment buildings, you can live here and blah, blah, blah for the rest of your life. You don't need any money. True, but that's not why I'm who I am. I love creating. And when I decided that everybody was telling me that I shouldn't do something, was then I knew I had to do it. Because that's a sign for me from above that says, when everyone says, you can't do it, you shouldn't do it, you don't even know Spanish, you don't even have a residency, you don't have a passport of the Dominican Republic, whatever they were saying, blah, blah, blah. I took that as a challenge. And I said to myself, yeah, you know what? Right. But you were the same people that said I couldn't do it the first time. And you're still sitting behind in your cubicle in the center of an office building in a life that you don't like. Am I talking to you? Hello? It's a serious thing. You have to, in my world, I need to understand what makes me go. And I know what makes me go. I love to create happiness. As my lawyer would say on my letter of reference from Canada, Patrick enjoys making sure you have a happy ending. That's not what it was intended to be, but the point of that is I want everyone to be happy with the process of how they entered my life and how they transitioned to their new life. I don't get any inspiration by buying a brand new Mercedes-Benz. I don't need 16 cars in my life. I love my $300 motorcycle and my 2004 Jeep. That drives me. But what drives me the most is, look, I have a life which everybody dreams about. And I see this every single day, okay? For those of you that have on your YouTube the 8-hour video with a black screen with the sound of the waves, come on. You don't have to buy that. It's automatic here. It's free. We can't really package that up and sell it to you, but listen closely. The ocean is calling you. It always has called me. I grew up in Toronto in a landlocked, no ocean nearby at all. And then I moved deliberately to a city called Halifax, which I didn't know anybody because I wanted to be by the ocean. And then when I was finished doing what I wanted to do there, I found here, the Dominican Republic, to be the natural next step to making me happy. So I love losing. Because the more you lose, the more experience you gain. I've lost. Oh, I could tell you 1,000 things that I've lost on. Well, what did I lose? Well, everybody loses something every week. I had a dinner with a client last night he was completely upset because in his lifetime, he lost one transaction, lost $700,000 American. I said, dude, I've done that. It's not easy to accept loss, but what you gain from admitting your loss, whether it's a divorce, a personal level, lost a husband, lost a wife, lost a child, lost a business, what you've gained is the experience that you already have in your soul and your heart and your brain that you did it the first time. So the loss for the second wine is easier because you already have the roadmap to make it work faster, cheaper, and better. Right now here in this country with our team, what we've done in 2.5 years of operation in this country took me 17 years to do in Canada. We're at 28 people on the team here. 17 years it took me to do that in Canada. Why did it take less time here? Because in the playbook called business or real estate, I know what I did right and wrong. And on the second version, 2.0, I just went, whoop, that didn't work. We're not gonna do that again. This didn't work, that's not gonna work. And we just did the 10 best things out of the 100-item playbook and not wasted our time, okay? So I'm telling you from a real estate perspective, and this is more on a personal level for you, don't wait. Don't wait. It's never gonna be perfect. It's never gonna be the perfect time. You're not gonna always have the correct amount of money, but I'm gonna tell you, your motivation is this, the sound of the ocean. It gives you so much peace and happiness that every time I see it, every day I put in my calendar, I have a boardroom meeting at the beach. That's with myself to watch sunset. Every single night. One cold beer at the cheapest cold model on the beach, because this is the best thing for me. Find your best thing. Get comfortable with losing. And if it means you have to exit your life in Canada or the United States, for example, and you lose $50,000 of costs to transition your life, it is the best thing that will ever happen to you. You'll never regret it. Believe me, you don't. Because where you make it up, the cost of living here is 1/3 the cost of North America. Real estate is 1/3 the cost of North America. To have people assist you in your life, if you're disabled, you're a senior, you're a mother with kids, single mother, single father with kids, you don't want to clean your toilet ever again, you don't want to cut your grass or do your pool work, all of that stuff, it costs this much money, but it costs this much money in North America. Get some freedom in your life. Get used to losing. Follow me. Okay, life is better at the beach. See you later. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And if any of this content makes any sense to you, reach out to me on WhatsApp at 829-525-1782. Let's start working together on your plan, your 2.0. I want you to get comfortable with losing. I'm a loser. I'm so proud to be that. Because if I didn't lose, I wouldn't be where I am now. Take that. Positive. All right, adios.